back. So we're in a field, as you can see. We're in Gamelands, in another spot. Here, there's a couple fields, and then there's woods all back through here. And then there's wood cuts through these fields. There's a wood cut in another field. We're gonna go check up here, the corner of this field. Maybe put up a camera near it, look for signs. Then maybe a camera into the woods somewhere, so stay with me. So we got this one set up. We got it set up overseeing, it's a little dark, but we got this overset seeing this field. I figured there's so many acorns through here, and if they're in that woods, they're gonna come through this corner into these woods, probably into that field. But we'll try this spot out and see how it happens. And we're gonna put the other one over there in the woods by where I parked, but waiting for this one to finish up and then we'll be ready. Hey guys, as you can see, we're outside again. Yesterday we did not have enough time to really get out and actually scout. It got too dark too fast, as you could tell in the video. So we have my other camera. We did have it on a tree, but then I'm like, well, I have no idea what's up there. So I figured take it back down and we'll look today actually for some signs. I've been doing a lot of research on movement of deer and different stuff. So like this is like my first full year of actually learning how to scout and how to do different things other than just go sit in a tree and hunt. That's how I've always been like taught when I was hunting. So I've really got into scouting this year and really using cameras. So we're on the Gamelands here, as you can see the sign there. But we're gonna go ahead and just look around some pins that I have on onX. I'll pop a picture up of some of the pins I have on that we're gonna check out today. Don't have too much time, about maybe an hour, a little less. So I know exactly where I wanna look and what things I wanna look for. So I think I'm gonna try to look for a thicket in between fields that they travel so that they're not seen in the fields. Look for some thicket where the bucks would be bedding or even walking through. And just some signs of like new scrapes, new rubs, things like that. Pretty much what I've learned is any open woods, if there's any signs, it's pretty much only at nighttime. So they like to travel in the thick stuff so they're not seen. Also, we're gonna look for some trails, but stay tuned, and I'm gonna walk around a little bit and just check, and if I find an area, I'll turn you guys on, but stay tuned. So I found some tracks right here. You can see them. There's like, looks like some water, maybe on a little bit of a wet area. It looks like there's a good trail like right there. I don't know if you guys can see it right there. So there's a field right there. You can see that. Looks like here's like a little hollow / divot, and right there's a nice ridge / hill probably. But I think we're gonna look around this area, maybe check along the bottom of this hill and maybe go up to that. It looks like there's a flat area and they probably travel that like crazy. I think that's called a bridge, where it's flat on a hill, and that's where the deer mainly walk. But we're gonna follow along this trail and see if we can't find any other signs of deer, and then put our camera there. So stay tuned. Guys, so there was a rub over there, but it was like pretty old. This is old too, but I don't know if you guys can see, but look how torn up like this tree branch is. Even goes like whole way down. So we're gonna keep walking this field edge. It's pretty thick, and then we're gonna go look through that little thicket there. And then if we don't see anything really, we might move one of our cameras down there and end up searching more down. So stay tuned. So something's definitely going along this field edge, or at least was. and just tearing up some of these spots. So right there's a deer trail. I'm thinking though they probably go in through here in the evening. So right here looks like a kind of a beaten down path. So I'm thinking they only go in here through the evening. So we're just gonna keep walking, like I said, and look along this edge. Found a fresher rub, but I don't know. It almost looks like maybe a younger buck. But we're gonna keep walking down. I had my camera set up there. We didn't really scout this either because it was getting dark. We're gonna keep heading down this way because it's more thick. We don't see any more signs, so we're gonna head back over to the car, or back to the part where we saw the trails and put one there. And then we'll go ahead and work our way down that way. Guys, so as I was explaining, you saw there's a couple things on this field edge where the briars that a buck put down or was rubbing on, but they're really old. There's one in through here on the edge that was old. Didn't find anything else but that fresh rub. So the only way I'd put one on a rub is if it was a rub line, because then they'd be traveling that way. But I'm just gonna keep walking down this and see if there's any signs on the edge here on this side of the field. And we're gonna put the camera on the trails that were down here. So stay tuned, and then we're gonna work our way down. So I didn't put it on the video where I put that camera. I'm trying to hurry up, but we ended up putting it on on that trail, but facing this way because, well, the sun, if we put it this way, it's just gonna glare off the sun and probably get too much pictures because of the sun. That's one thing you don't want to do, plus your pictures are crap then. So I decided to put it that way, and it looks pretty good. Honestly, we might end up sitting like on top of that ridge or somewhere on this side, but just so that we can actually like see the thicket and maybe find a spot that will actually have enough shooting lanes to shoot down in through it if a buck walks through. But we'll find out what goes through there. Definitely deer in there, definitely signs, definitely it looks like some pretty big tracks. I don't know if they're does or bucks or what they are, but it looks pretty thick, so looks like maybe some kind of area for bucks maybe. So we're gonna keep working our way down this way. We have our other camera we're gonna put up, so stay tuned. This is crazy. So we went to a spot that we didn't even mark on the map because it looked all right. Like, I'm not kidding, there was so much thick stuff in here. I don't even know what the things are called that I was walking through, but it's so thick. And I find a trail, so I walked through it. It's a little wet, so I'm like, all right, let me see if I see tracks. And what do you know, I found like a little mark on a tree. I'm like, oh, there must be a rub. I'm like, they must have started or something. And then I look to my left, and this tree is absolutely destroyed. It is an old rub, but this has to be a 3.5-year-old buck. Like, I'm not kidding. So we're definitely probably gonna have to put our camera up here somewhere, but I'm gonna just look around a little bit more. I was gonna put a camera somewhere else, but for right now, at least for the next couple of days, we're gonna see what comes through here. There's definitely something still coming through here because of the trails, but I don't know if this buck is still here. But it looks like there are some fresh rubs, but the humongous one is just old. But I'll show you guys real quick. So I walked through there. This is wet in through here, so I looked, and that looks like a big deer track, but there's a couple I seen, and then it looks like there is scrape marks, so there might be a scrape in here somewhere. But I looked over and I saw this, and I'm like, oh, there's a little scrape mark. And then I saw all this. Like, this one has to be an older, mature buck. But there are so many rubs across this tree. That one looks a little fresher right there. But we're gonna walk in here just a little bit more, see if we can't see more signs. And then I don't know where we'll put a camera. if we can find a place more in here or somewhere, but we're gonna try to follow these tracks and see where we can get to. Definitely found where the bucks are going. I'm pretty sure there's a buck bed right there. Don't get me wrong, or help me and comment if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that right there is a buck bed. Comment down below and let me know. There's a trail right here I followed through. There is a rub right here. It's an older one. But dude, with how many rubs there are right now through here, that's telling me that these bucks are in here, and it is so thick that I had a hard time even walking through here. It opens up again here. So if we would hunt this, we'd probably have to sit somewhere in here. There's not a lot of trees. I'm gonna have to look at Onyx to see if this side here is game lands. If it is, we will have to sit on one of those trees. We might end up putting our camera actually on one of those trees facing out this way into the field. I know I said there's so many rubs and stuff in here, but if those bucks are going in there, they're coming across here somewhere to travel through to each woods. Plus, it's not too open here. It's still some thick cover. I can see the trail, so I'll probably just put it facing the trail. So we're definitely gonna put a camera here. I gotta see if that side is theirs or not, and then we'll pick out a spot where we might put our saddle. We might end up sitting here tomorrow evening. I'm glad that it'll be easy access. I can get in there and I don't have to make so much noise coming through there. So I'm gonna look around real quick, check on Axe, and I'll get back with you guys. Literally 2 seconds later, when I'm starting to walk towards this other side, it is public. This is definitely buck territory. These are old rubs, but there's so many rubs. It's so thick. It's telling me the bucks are here. I don't want to mess this up too much. Give my son in here. I just seen 2 more rubs. There is a rub line here. It is crazy. These bucks are gonna be roaming in here, I guarantee, for rut and just even their home. This is their bedding. This is probably where they roam around and make their rubs and scrapes. But I'm gonna show you this one, and I'll show you the other 2 that I just noticed. So we're definitely gonna put a camera, probably actually right there on that tree facing out. I'm gonna show you guys this real quick. Tree is tore up. And then right there, that's an old one. Right there's one. So they're definitely coming through here. So there's one, that little one. But some of these are big bucks, some of these are little bucks, telling by the size of the tree. But we're gonna walk through there a little bit, and then we might end up putting our camera there, like I said, facing out this way. I'm so glad we have easy access, because what we'll do is if we do put our stand on this side somewhere, we'll walk down this edge line and just probably get right up in a tree. Now we're not gonna sit up on any of those are dead. We'll probably have to end up sitting on one of those or one of these on this side, which if we can find one on this side, we might do that so that we can overlook that thick stuff and this. But I'm gonna go find a spot for a camera. I'll get with you guys when I do. Guys, we really found the buck's habitat. We're on the edge of game lands. There is a creek that runs across here. So the bucks are definitely here. There's water. The food source is probably over there where the white oaks are. And then they got their bedding area and they just roam through here. So that's telling me with the rubs over here, there's like 3 or 4 scrapes in a row here. Water being here. I don't care that the water's not on game lands because it's still near it. And it's so thick here, you can just see how thick it is. You can see the marks there where the game lands ends, but there's trails through here, right there. We might even put our camera over here. I know that they definitely travel through here. I don't know exactly where to put it because they travel probably all through here, but I just want to have the best clear cut or a good area to put it to where they're going to travel all the time. Maybe get them in daylight, but also get to where like they're mainly going to where I can actually set up in. There's a good many trees here that I could set up in. That over there is more or less more open, but they're definitely in here. So I might end up putting the camera somewhere in this little area or down there, like I said, but stay tuned. So we got our camera sitting right there overlooking this. We're gonna have it so that we can see them crossing from each side. Might be able to see some through here, but should be able to get a good footage of them crossing. Like I said, it'll be easy path. Right there's my car, so I just walk down this line. I'm gonna see if any of those trees there are not like good enough to just sit in, because right here I feel like it's perfect. So like I said, the bedding's right there. I don't want to sit right on the bedding because I don't want to spook them, but we're definitely gonna sit here somewhere. I'm gonna walk by my camera real quick just to make sure it's on and working. I've seen some tracks through here, but there was another road back there. I mean, we could even sit down this way maybe a little more, or even sit down that way towards the water, to get them from going from each side. But yeah, that's the game plan. There's some trails right in through there too. There's a nut, actually that's a fresh rub right there. That's like probably not even, that was probably today or last night. So this is definitely buck heaven, guys. Now I'm not gonna share this location because, oh my word, guys, these bucks are tearing it up. I'm not gonna share the location of where this is, to the fact that there's another rub, just due to the fact that all the signs here are insane. I heard some. Now you guys know I'm in PA, but I don't really want to give away where in PA this is. But it's definitely Gamelands. Anyone could come here. But we might actually sit up down this way more, so the camera and stuff is there. I mean, they're probably traveling all through here everywhere, but we'll find a place somewhere to set up. But if it's in the evenings, I won't worry about sitting by my camera, because more than likely the bucks are gonna go to bed in the evening. So that'd be a perfect spot right there for the evening. In the morning, I'd probably want to sit more in between the bedding and the food source. And holy crap, there is another rub. I'll show you guys these if they're along here. But thanks for watching today's video, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.